Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. We are back again talking about a certain individual by the name of Chris Bacon who feels he has the right and the means to take down my channel or file privacy complaints, which really haven't gone through from what I can tell by my notifications. Shout out to Hypnotic for letting me know that it's all BS right now and I should avoid it. However, I'm going to put this video out so you can see exactly what's going on between all the clowns over on Twitter. But as you can see right now, my account is locked for putting out some type of speech that I shouldn't have been putting out. However, this clown is about to be exposed for the absolute idiot that he is, because he really thinks he could sit up here and put up what would be perceived as threats over on Twitter, as if he hasn't tried to put out a threat to sue me before, which didn't really come anywhere close to being anything. But it seems to me that he really thinks that he's going to get anywhere with these quote-unquote privacy complaints, considering his face is present on YouTube and it's available to be used for fair use as long as my thumbnails are transformative, which is something that him and other clowns like Tism, Spencer, and Jim Satala don't actually understand how fair use works. So let's start from the top here, where I got this quote-unquote privacy complaint, where I say, this is hilarious. These clowns are really trying to file privacy complaints on my channel. Now, by the way, Chris Bacon, don't act like I don't see what you're putting out there. My work is transformative and not a misappropriation of someone's likeness. Your face is publicly available for use. It is publicly available for use on YouTube because your face is on YouTube and it's also on Twitter. I'm also not in Texas, you absolute snowflake. And I'm tagging Team YouTube and YouTube creators. I've never shown anyone's personal information or anything of the sort. All information shown on my channel has been from public forums, and consent was indeed given based on the TOS from platforms like X. I'm being false flagged on my channel. Thank you for your time and patience, which is, that's the email. And this is what he had to say. If you or someone you know, like the ignorant fellow below, is guilty of a right to publicity violation, which I am not in, please consult legal counsel, as there may be legal and financial consequences to these actions. There are none, because everything I do is within fair use, so it will be protected under fair use. There may be those out there who may pursue this and other matters civilly because they can. You're not one of those people who actually would do this civilly. You are an absolute clown who thinks because you have money that you think you have power over people. You're an absolute loser. You're a scumbag, and that's all you're ever going to be known as, the scumbag who doxed Eric July's warehouses and his private house. Saying misappropriation of name and likeness is when someone else uses your name and likeness for his benefit, such as for an advertisement or commercial. I don't use it for advertisement or for a commercial. I use it to make fun of you. Restatement of torts. To prove a case of misappropriation, you must show that someone else has used your identity for some advantage, which most commonly is for commercial use. And then you do not have to prove that the defendant made money off of the commercial use of your likeness. Again, I'm not in Texas. You're using Texas law, a place I do not live, so this does not apply to me whatsoever. That's not how this works. However, you're asking me, tell me, where did you get authorization to use my likeness in a thumbnail for a video you made for personal and financial gain? Oh wait, you did it. Yes, you did though. You put your face on YouTube. You have your face on Twitter. So you gave me the right to do that because you decided to be in a live stream with other people publicly and become what would be considered most likely a public figure. In case you're wondering, I've got a report in for every video of yours where my image and or name is used in one of your thumbnails. The first notification you received is just the first one I took the time to fill out. Well, it says here you put a privacy complaint on my channel, which I did not receive a notification for, so your whole thing is null and void. Nobody cares. Go through your videos and you'll be able to figure out how many more I've got sitting in my inbox. I don't think you have anything sitting in your inbox. If you think telling you I've got big plans for you spoiler means civil suits and admission of guilt, well, guilty. Yes. You're not going to win any civil suits. I'm sure someone will suggest in my chat to make a GoFundMe, and I'm sure I'll get someone like Ron Coleman to defend me if need be. You are a clown. Congratulations. You are admitting that you're false flagging somebody, so that's against the law. That's actually a felony. I have no desire for you to be scared of me. Never would be. You look like a punk anyway. I'm going to be completely transparent with my intentions. You have every opportunity to make it all go away. I've got nothing but time and money to deal with this if you choose not to. I don't bend the knee to what would be considered a communist, in my opinion, or a terrorist, also in my opinion, because that's what you are to me. You are a communist, you're a terrorist, and you're a scumbag. Misappropriation of likeness is a legal term that refers to the unauthorized use of a person's name, picture, voice, or other identifying characteristic for personal gain. You also have to remember, because once again, you are not a lawyer, you are a... This all is protected under what would be considered fair use. You are an absolute clown, and you are continuing to make yourself look worse every time you post something. And yes, Jim Tatala, to answer your question, because I am currently temporarily suspended on Twitter, go right ahead. Man, I'm looking so beefy right now, man. You see me better than I see me, apparently, because, again, this is how you dream about me every day. Looking exactly like this. Go right ahead and use it, because it is protected, once again, under fair use. See, the difference between me and people like you, Jim Satala, I'm consistent. You are not. You are for doxing. You are for this bullcrap that's going on between me and Chris Bacon right now. I'm being consistent. Go right ahead. Do whatever gay crap you feel like doing. However, this again will be a record of a bunch of clowns who are literally sitting here thinking anything is going to come of this. Because once again, this is the same person that said the same exact thing to Queen Mickey Mouse when I was using her face in my thumbnails. That again is protected under fair use. So even your own side is telling you you're stupid. And I tell you, you literally have nothing on me, but thanks for the admission of guilt. I'm not afraid of you. Could you hit up Ron Coleman for me, Smash JT? Once again, admission of guilt. And again, I have screenshots. So you're actually having many people right here claiming I don't have the money for Ron. Trust me when I say this, I would. I absolutely do. But it's really nobody's business otherwise. Just remember, like I said, I'm keeping track of these clowns. So again, your admission of guilt, which was the screenshot of this tweet that I read. By the way, you filed a complaint against my channel as a whole, not a video, because it didn't give me a specific video with your face in it. You put your own face on YouTube, so it is considered fair use under those terms. TOS for both YouTube and Twitch, it's supposed to be Twitter, states your media is available to use. So once again I say, this person is admitting in this tweet to a false flagging campaign of my YouTube channel that creates all original content that is both transformative and has commentary included on all the videos on my channel. This person also admits to be in violation of X and YouTube's TOS by issuing what can be prescribed as threats against my ability to monetize my YouTube channel. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But here we go. Here is your face. And you decided to say, oh, did I get permission from Black Angus? By the way, this literal screenshot is taken from Katie Dit's channel. So Black Angus has no control over this whatsoever because it's not even on his channel. His face is literally on YouTube. YouTube owns all content posted to YouTube. There's no privacy to be had. The more you know, because dummies like Tism Spencer think this is DMCA. This is not DMCA, you absolute moron. You don't know anything about how YouTube works. You don't run a YouTube channel. You don't know anything about it. So please, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Absolutely stay in your mother effing lane. It says YouTube does, not you. You took his likeness and used it in a defamatory for-profit way. Actually, satire is not considered defamatory. You are an absolute freaking moron. So once again, pick up a dictionary and please learn the definition of defamatory and stop being a freaking moron. Let's not be greedy. Maybe he'll be civil and remove the videos within 48 hours. Again, I don't bend the knee to communists like yourself because I'm going to consider you at this point an enemy of the people and a communist because that's exactly how you're acting. You're acting like a god communist. But when Tism Spencer likes to correct people because he says YouTube isn't X formerly Twitter, the more you know. Meanwhile, there's a comma right there as this freaking clown tries to correct people all the time because he's so autistic and so stupid that he thinks he's going to sit here and correct people. Stop talking. Stop showing how dumb you are. You think you're intelligent because you have glasses. Your brain is trying to escape that is your body. And I say to you, thanks for being complicit in putting out actual private info, which I don't claim that it's mine, but he thinks I claim it. YouTube owns the content and it is available to be used by everyone on the platform via the TOS. The more you know, Tism Spencer, you should read a book and learn the difference between TOS and DMCA, you below room temperature IQ brainlet. Because you, next to now Chris Bacon, are one of the most individuals I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with because you're an absolute idiot. Again, didn't admit it was my last name. You should probably go back to school and learn how to read. Learn how to read a TOS. When someone goes out of their way to find private info, that's called doxing. Again, the more you know. Because you try to tell everyone else that they're not intelligent, but you are the most unintelligent individual on this platform that I've ever encountered. Absolutely. No one in this tweet did I say was my private info. Are you slow? Do you need to get yourself a CAT scan to examine your slow brainwaves? Holy crap, there's nowhere in this statement does it say my. So you even have people on the outside looking in who were detractors of Air July previously, who can see the nonsense that is being done right here. Henry James, who just follows me on Twitter, subscribe to me on YouTube. Eric July detractors are pro false flagging, pro doxing, and pro stealing content. If anyone wants to know why I, JD Maltman, is no longer an Eric July hater, it's because of crap like this. I don't want to be even loosely associated with such cringe losers, which is what I've been telling these people for so long. So shout out to you, Henry James. I've been telling people for so long that you want to be associated with people who love to dox, who false flag, and steal content. I don't think you want to be. But let's continue. I said this clown doesn't understand how YouTube TOS works, so at this point I'm not worried about this snowflake doing much of anything, because you sit here and say, did this black anus give me permission to use the image from his stream, which wasn't even from his channel to begin with? So you say, oh, you mean these terms of service, the ones that say images and YouTube videos are copyright protected. Your face is not copyright protected, you idiot. Learn how to read, go back to school, and pick up a book and learn how to read what copyright protected images would be. The video of your face is not a copyrighted piece of content. Once again, protected under fair use due to satire and parody. Also not a violation. Keep talking though, you look worse every time you do. You even have the clown, like I said, Tism Spencer, saying, just do it, take him to court. One of these guys has to be made an example so the others will know their place. Just do it. Why can't you do it then? You a brokey? Oh yes, you are a brokey. And you know what's even worse? Is the fact that you claim to need money for a GoFundMe for your cat. But yet you sit here and you're wasting your money to buy comics and then begging for money for your cat. Sorry that this bad thing happened to your cat, but you can't sit up here and tell me you're gonna sit here and beg for money and then spend money on luxuries. Get your life together. Honestly, get your life together. And this would be the perfect example of something that somebody told me about. Again, this person, People versus Larry Flint, published parody of these individuals doing some questionable things, and they won. The Supreme Court was in favor of the person because the court held that a public figure cannot recover damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress based on a parody that is not reasonably believable. So, obviously, it is not very reasonably believable that you are, in fact, a dog, because that's where your image is used. On the body of a dog. This is what DMCA actually is. Copyright laws are important parts of the relationship between the copyright and the internet. Establishing protections for online service providers in certain situations that users engage in copyright infringement. So again, Tism Spencer, learn what DMCA is. Now, if you want to continue with what type of content can be monetized, this would be considered a daily vlog. This would be considered a daily vlog. Oh, let's keep going. Thumbnail policies, since you want to bring this up. I don't see any pornographic, none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. Nothing in here is ever used with your face. And when you're in the thumbnail, you're a part of the video. You're a part of the video when your face is in the thumbnail. Let's continue. Privacy policies, since this is what you really want to know about. Content containing parody and satire or other public interest value. Whether the content features a public figure or a well-known individual, you would be considered a well-known individual because you've been around these parts on Twitter where you are engaging in criminal activity. Engaging in sensitive behaviors such as criminal activity, violence, or endorsing a product or political candidate. Now, if we want to talk about how your name is there are plenty of people named Chris Bacon. I could be referring to any Chris Bacon. Wow. Imagine that. Now if you want to talk about this right here, where is it at? You want to talk about this, right? You want to talk about how you claim to dox people and have their financial info because he mad doxed himself and most likely cheated on his wife with spicy workers that he gave reviews for on the internet. Oh, but we got a video. We got a video of you admitting it publicly on YouTube. You got it right here of you publicly admitting it on YouTube that you are engaging in criminal activity.
These are the same folks who, they came after me harder than they went after Katie. And posting the stuff that they did, and I was like, okay, well.
Oh, who is around you? Oh, let's see. BTM Reviews, Low Watermark, and Eric Debunks. And there's you right there. There's you right there. Oh, but your full name. Oh, but see, here's the problem. You claim that I have your full name, but you have a middle name. Oh, that's right. So that means I'm not putting your full name there. Oh, that must suck for you.
Well, I'm so ashamed of it. I reposted it. I gave an explanation. Little Watermark, I literally had to go to a place I never thought I'd have to go to get these people to stop. Oh the links that I had to go to get these people to leave me alone was something I hope no one ever has to do.
The funny thing is I don't bother you. I just call you out on your BS.
I literally had to put these people in a situation of financial ruin.
Financial ruin.
I had
Let's figure out what that would be.
a buddy of mine from college. I reached out to him, who knows me and my wife, talked to him about the situation. I said, "Can you help me out?" He doxed every single one of these motherfuckers.
Wow.
Oh, so you're again engaging in criminal activity by doxing people's information, including Student of God, by the way. You also claim that you doxed Student of God as well.
I know everything about all of these people.
Oh wait, let's listen to you who you've actually doxed.
Super pedo killer, this Zay guy. I know about all of them. I've seen
the ones that were threatening you on social media.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Nobody was threatening you on social media.
Everything about them. I know their financial information, where they bank, what they have, where they live, everything. And I had to make a decision to say, this is the link I'm going to have to go to, because these people will not back off. And I even said, look, guys, talk about this wherever you want. Just keep it out of my feed. Talk about it on your Kiwi farms. Talk about it amongst yourselves. I don't give a shit. Just stop replying to that. And my buddy saw that, and I said, don't do it. I said, don't do it. He dumped every bit of their information on the dark web. Every bit of it. Those guys are, somebody who wants to buy their information away from being completely. And I can talk about it because I have complete arm's length from that. No, you don't. Be able to come back to me.
Oh, look who the people who didn't say not a mother effing word. BTM Reviews, Low Watermark, and Eric Debunks. Not a single one of you scumbags said a single word about this disgusting behavior that your clown friend is doing right here. Not a single one of you clowns said a god word, because you're all in agreement with the disgusting behavior that this individual is doing to random people online. By the way, YouTube's fair use for images, if you want to get into it a little bit more. Based on the previous search, here's a breakdown of key points related to fair use and transforming an image of a person displayed on YouTube. Courts typically focus on whether the use of protected material is transformative, whether the use adds new expression or meaning to the original material, or whether it merely copies from the original. Oh, so once again, and I would fall under educational as well, so interesting how that works. Again, your face is not copyright protected either, so if you want to get into fair use. Courts typically focus on whether the use is transformative, which it is. That is, whether it adds new expression or meaning to the original, whether it merely copies from the original. Commercial uses are less likely to be considered fair, though it's possible to monetize a video and still be fair use. Ooh, sucks to suck for you, homie. Especially when you're out here performing criminal activity on YouTube. A bunch of other people who seem to be in agreement with your criminal activity. Let's also not forget, I'll put a link to this video in the description of this video, which links to a bunch of people who also were a part of watching you do criminal activity against myself, doxing me, talking about my financials and my collection behind me, a collection I have of Funko Pops that you claim to know what the value of my collection is, and saying how I should lawyer up and that you're threatening me. Come on, bro. I got plenty of on you to make you look like an absolute clown. So play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Because you're not going to sit here and put out these perceived threats against me and think I'm not going to with you and show how much of a scumbag you truly are. Just because I made fun of you because you're a snowflake. Little on the internet is what you are. You're an absolute so you. I'll put full screen for this. Listen to me. Chris Bacon, you're gonna see this, I'm sure. You, communist. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, hit the like button. Please share it around because like I said, I am currently locked on Twitter, so I cannot share this to my account. So I would gladly appreciate you sharing this video around and making sure that Chris Bacon himself knows how much of a scumbag he continues to be. Subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.